What's up, you guys? It is Mary
and Emma.
And we want you guys to like,
subscribe,
share,
and comment
down below, you all, because today we are reviewing Real Housewives of Potomac, episode 11 of this recent season. Amma is a hostage here because she did not even want Savala to do this show. And she actually started having a migraine as she was watching. But we're doing it for y'all because y'all asked.
I just cannot. But I just can't. I mean, seeing these women, some of them my age, like...
What really took me, because I haven't watched Potomac.
Real. Like, just... I don't know. I guess...
I haven't watched the Real Housewives.
Yeah. Maybe I'm just a prude, but...
I mean, even me, though, as a 24-year-old, I was actually disgusted. And I would be embarrassed if my mom is sitting up here on TV talking about how she's watching my daddy having sex with other women. I don't even want to be your child anymore. I'm not, I mean, of course I'll still be your child, but, I actually don't want to be on the TV show. I don't want to have the last name. Y'all saw how, what was it, Jaden Smith, he went and he actually denounced his last name, and he said he didn't want to be part of the family. I remember there was a time where he was also going through some weird stuff. But anyway, it's embarrassing. Because you're here on this show talking about your sexual freaky escapades. And your kids are probably older. They're going to have to see this crap on TV. I do not want to know about my mama doing nasty stuff with my sick-ass daddy doing nasty stuff. And he's getting her to be with other women. And she's watching and how, I'm showering with my friend. I was like, what the hell is going on? And, I'm from this generation of where we got the music video WAP. We got the knees movement. But even that was too much for me. And I felt embarrassed for Mia. Because my thing is, I'm like, I mean, do you want... I guess she's trying... For her children, but also I was embarrassed for her. I mean, apparently she said she has always been doing this, since she was younger. Because this girl, Jacqueline, apparently they have had sex with people together. And all this stuff.
And whatever I have, she has.
And how she has a Porsche in her name. I don't even know what that means.
She also has a Porsche. Although Jacqueline was like, I make my own coins.
And I pay for it myself.
I was just like, who are you people? And you know something? Just the kind of life that Mia and her husband live, I just feel as though it's showing on them physically.
They don't look good.
They don't
look good. Y'all can't sit here and tell me that Mia look cute. Y'all can't tell me that.
Like both of them. There's and
he looks like there's some demonic stuff happening. I just felt personally that was very cringe.
Their face is all contorted when I look at them.
Yeah.
Both her and her husband. I'm just like, I feel bad for the children, but
I just felt like that whole thing just was very odd. The last time I watched Real Housewives of Potomac was when Monique dragged that girl Candace across that table because she went with her vile mouth, went and started coming from Monique, and Monique went and grabbed that woman's hair and her weave and all that. That was the last time I had watched the show. So for me to come back and watch it on episode 11 and to have somebody... some new person. And then my thing is, I feel like I'm embarrassed for her, but then I'm like, is she doing this because she wants to be interesting and wants to stay on the show?
That's what I also
feel
what I'm saying? Like too. I also got the sense of that
because that's what they do with all these newbies
that she's trying to. She also has this business, the chiropractic business that she's doing in different cities or whatever.
My thing is, if you are trying to do your business and stuff like that, I feel like there's certain things, yes, you have been doing certain things in your past or whatever, but if you know where you're going in life, there's certain things you just don't say because everything's on TV, everything's on the internet.
20s. Like, do we have to talk about it?
Do we need to announce it? I just felt like if you really care about your business and your brand, you just don't say certain things. Like, there are just certain things I would just never say on TV because of where I want to go in life. It just made no sense. He ain't got no money. I was like, well, also she don't think much of him.
So much
disdain
and disgust.
Yeah,
I think he disgusts her. So
well,
I
also
just wonder,
my thing
why
is,
in the world are you watching him with other women?
Well, you know what I thought.
You so much.
Now, personally, I felt like, and I'm not trying to be shady
he's
at all,
not cute at all. But
I just felt like the reason why she's even doing that, and I'm not, I might be doing a little shade, but I feel like she don't like having sex with him, and the sex ain't that much, so she much rather watch than actually have to be the one giving him sex. That's what I
So she'll rather pay
Because
someone to do that.
when
for
you
her?
look at him, you know he's not getting down. You know he's not flipping anybody. He's not doing Kama Sutra. You know he's not doing that. So what you're watching, Botobata, I know there's not much to be watching. So I'm like, the only reason why you're watching is because you don't want to actually have sex with your husband. And also, I feel like if
She
you're,
said it was like
if
some
you,
kind of pride, I watch. Like, I don't know why you will need to speak about your sexual, like you said, escapades.
I think also
Because
you're
I'm not even
telling
gonna
on
say
yourself when you say that.
And want to kind of brag about it. I don't know. I just feel as though you're at an age where
You should be doing better.
you should not be bragging about any kind of sex or whatever. I mean, I just feel like you don't know these women that well. Like, there's something about her. Your need to want to brag about this, it just shows that there's something missing on the inside of you. She has the need to
Lead
be
promiscuity.
a center, right? Lead with that, and also to be like the center of attention. So all of that is a very red flag. And then the man himself.
He has no money, but he has you sleeping with other people, and it basically sounds like you guys are in an open relationship. And then you're showering with some girl in Miami. So obviously you are doing things outside of your marriage. My thing is, I don't even know why you guys are married.
That's
Because
the thing.
the man ain't got no money. 2, he's making you do all these nasty things.
And she was talking about
And
he
then-
was not too far away when she was talking to Kathy.
There's
He
something
was
dead
still
in his
like there's
eyes.
something even in her eyes. Like their faces are actually contorted. Like there is some kind of
There's something not
odd-
right spiritually.
There's
You know what I'm
something
saying? There's
going on
something
with
very
them.
off with both of
It's
them.
off. Something is off. I'm not can't put it, but you
I
guys
don't know if
let me
it's
know if you
surgery
can
or
see
whatever,
it.
but
Maybe they both had surgery
I
or
ain't
something.
trying
I
to be
don't know,
shady.
but maybe. Hey,
that's what I felt. So that whole thing, I just felt like the fact that this is how I came into watching Real Houses of Potomac made me want to vomit.
yeah.
But I'm going to hang in there. I hope it gets better, y'all. For those who are watching, I paid for Peacock for this because y'all wanted to watch.
I just, you know
It's like,
something. I used to have a someone I used to work with, and they will always have these want to talk to me about their escapades. I like that
Oh,
word,
yeah.
escapades. It's not escapades. Okay.
Escapades.
And it was just odd for me, like
Didn't you question her
because
one day?
I just feel like. No, I got to a point where I didn't want to hear.
Oh!
And I let it be known. Enough.
Stop torturing me.
I don't want to hear about what you're doing in the bedroom. Like, I work with you. Like, don't torture me with your stuff that's going on.
And I thought it was
In
odd that
private.
Giselle was so curious. Like, she was asking
the
about
other
it. And in
thing.
my thing, I don't want to know.
Giselle
Like,
is
please
52.
spare me.
I think she's 50, or she's about to be 52.
And she's not aging very well.
Like,
I think all the stress.
It's just.
I don't know. It just, the whole thing was odd.
I mean,
and then,
is this the conversation that we're having these days?
And my thing is, like, is things just not off limit? I
It's
feel like
Candy.
sex with...
Remember Candy from Real Housewives of Atlanta?
She was
When
doing
always
too much.
she's always
like,
trying to ask people about
about
what they
sex
do
and all this stuff.
about sex
and then she
stuff.
had the women
I
wearing
just feel so
vibrating
that's private.
panties.
I just feel like right,
Candy
and then having,
was so... I mean,
having other
people that who
other
are not
men.
your husband, basically controlling your pleasure.
That was too
which
much.
I thought was so nasty.
That whole thing was just so
I'm
gross.
like, Candy, like,
And
I know
used to
you
like
have
her,
a
but she
sex toy
grosses me
line.
out completely.
I used
now.
to love Candy, but I mean, I know you have a sex toy line, but I just feel like she feels like she has to continue to go with this narrative because this is who she is, or this is what she's put herself out to be. But I mean, once they accused her of putting Portia in a sex dungeon, she had a whole sex dungeon themed show where she was singing and stuff like that, and she's like, "Welcome to the dungeon," and all this stuff. And
Really, after she got so annoyed and upset. And
oh
was
yeah, she
crying
made it into
and
a business
having
venture.
Oh,
Had people
brother.
on whips and chains on the live TV. It was
Oh
a
my
show that
goodness.
people had
It's
to
too
pay
much.
for.
It's too much. You know, like when we started watching Real Housewives on television, I think it started out with Orange County. We weren't
Orange
watching
County, what?
The Real
Where's that?
Housewives of Orange County. That's somewhere in
No,
LA.
I started watching Real Housewives of Atlanta. That's
I know, but I'm just saying, like when the brand started. I think it started out in Orange County.
Oh, did it? I had no
think so.
idea.
But it just
Where is
seems-
Orange County?
I think it's somewhere in LA.
You would thought it was Florida.
Like Prince George's County or something, but I think it's somewhere in LA. You guys correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe it is in Florida. I don't know, but it was a Real Housewives.
Florida's known for their oranges.
Yeah, well, maybe it is Florida, but it was Real Housewives of Orange County, and it was just about these women, their business, their brand, and so I think a lot of people like the show. And yeah, there was sprinkles of drama and stuff like that, family stuff. But I don't know. I think I'm just kind of like sexed out.
I just think there's just so much
it's
sex
so
in the media.
much.
It's so played out.
And for me, exactly, I just feel like it's
I like to keep some mystery. I think that's kind of nice.
It's like being lazy. That's how I feel.
Yeah.
It's like making reality TV so lazy now. Like we sit down, and I don't know. I mean, maybe people sit down and all they talk about is sex.
You know what I really would like to see? I would really love to actually have a show that's genuinely about women who are married to men who have these high-paying jobs, and they are actually women who stay at home, take care of the home, like that are actually housewives. What do they do? How are they living this soft life? I want to know.
I mean.
No, but they're not housewives. No, Giselle ain't got a man. Robin is there making money with Juan. I mean, Karen, you are working. Your man is retired. These are not housewives. I want to actually see women living soft lives because that is what I aspire to be. So that's what I actually want to see. So, I mean, when I see this degeneracy and the sex and the threesomes, I'm like, what is this? What is this?
To me, I think it's people having a whole bunch of time.
Too much. Yeah, I mean, Giselle, you have 2 daughters. Why are you so concerned about this girl who she having sex with and who she dipping and chucking and doing it with? I mean, you just had your podcast. That's what you're going to ask Jacqueline.
I know.
Why are you so concerned?
After the whole podcast.
I mean, your tummy all out. You're leaning back like you just ain't got a care in the world. Let me ask you about who you being a lesbian with. Giselle.
Mia, come over. Mia. Well, she would say, do you buy her Porsche? Like,
Can we talk about something else? Anyway,
like, if this is to keep me watching Real Housewives of Potomac,
we will be quickly hopping off this ship. I mean, we're going to give it a few more episodes, y'all. But if it gets worse, I'm sorry. But I want to talk about Robin and Juan. This girl, 7 years later, I mean, didn't he propose to her, 3 or 4 seasons ago? We still have not gotten married.
I actually thought it was a new guy. Said, wait, it's still not a guy.
We still haven't gotten married.
God,
I mean, there's also no prenup.
He don't want to do a prenup. I guess now she has money. And I'm like, and then he called her stupid.
She brought it up. Yes. And my thing is, it's like, Robin, why are you wasting your
ring?
I mean, gorgeous ring. I'm like, that ring is big. It is thick. It's thick.
I am happy, though, that she's keeping it private, just in case it don't work out.
Yeah. I mean, because y'all have already been married before. I mean, honestly,
do not
Robin,
give a second chance. I don't
just
think
feel
it's going to work. I don't.
I feel
really don't.
so bad for women when they just settle. It's so hard not to settle. Because, I mean, you're like, I don't want to be lonely. I don't want to be single. It is not easy. It's not easy at all. You know what I'm saying? But, I mean, sometimes it's best to wait a few more years than to have, almost half a century or
because it's going to take a quarter of a century.
Yes, a quarter of a century wasting your time with somebody and they have all this pain. And then next thing you know, you're 60 still looking for love. Not that that's not possible, but sometimes you want to be able to enjoy love when you're on the younger side sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Where you can still go out and enjoy life and travel and all this stuff. You know what I'm saying? I mean, even if it's 50, 55, that's fine. But, I mean, if you get married to somebody at 30, you waste, 55, you wait, you get out of that, you're 55. Then you have to go through all that. There's almost 10 years just to heal and get over that. Next thing you know, you're looking around and you're 70. I mean, Debbie from 90 Day Fiance, she found somebody, and I'm so happy for her.
Yeah.
But girl, if you keep on letting your crazy ass son get up in that mix, it ain't gonna work. But
Lord,
I think Robin needs to drop Juan. I just don't feel like he really loves her or care for her.
You don't need
I really like Robin.
I really actually Robin is my favorite person.
I don't know if I have a favorite on the show. I know I just do not like Candace.
Absolutely.
I don't like Candace.
I think
she's
my favorite. But I do like Robin.
I don't like Candace. Candace is a horrible person. She's very vile, very
I like
vicious.
Robin minus Giselle.
Really?
when she gets around Giselle,
Giselle's off for me. She's like Karen
she's
to me.
off.
I don't know. Giselle and Karen, they're kind of like equally yoked. You know, I don't really.
Is that Kathy? You mean? Is it Kathy or
Her
Karen?
name's Karen. You
Okay,
keep on
Karen.
calling her
I don't know why
Kathy.
people call her Kathy.
I don't
Karen.
know. I'm not really a fan of Karen. I'm not really a fan of Giselle. I don't dislike Karen. I like her more than I like Giselle.
I just think that they're kind of fake, both of them.
Yes, that's the word.
They just
That's
fake.
the word.
Yeah.
I don't like Mia. I don't know why she's on this show. I don't even know
my
how the
goodness
hell she
gracious.
got
I
on
don't
this
know.
show. You know, so. But yes, and then of course Karen, she was there being shady, talking about how there's 20 seats. And then my thing is, your publicist, he was there talking about how you should have drag queens and you should have 20 different acts going
All
on.
in one show.
I know. I'm
just
like, girl, you throwing shade at them. You like your publicist don't even know what she was supposed to be doing. I'm like, why you even throwing shade? You know.
I cannot. Oh my goodness.
But I did
gracious.
think that Robin and Giselle should have actually just paid for a smaller place. That way all the seats are filled up. But it doesn't matter. At least they said it was successful.
Yeah, they made 14,000, so they got 4,000 back.
Yes, but Ashley, no tears. Not one. You remind me of Robin from that show, honey.
Oh,
but
Sister Wives.
But my thing is with Ashley, I feel like with her,
She probably wants to live with the Ed so they can help her raise the kids.
that's what I'm thinking. Because I personally feel like Ashley.
Because she doesn't want to be tied to the guy for him to buy her a house or something.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like, I mean, I do not blame Ashley. She was a waitress. This man, he wifed her up and all this stuff. She waited just enough. She waited the amount of years that was in the prenup to divorce his ass, and she did it right after, which I really feel like was a huge F you to Michael. I mean, this man, it was allegedly he was gay. He was up in bathhouses. He was doing certain stuff. Allegedly.
He touched Candy's husband's bottom.
Yes!
And then he got really upset.
So apparently there was sugar in his tea, and there were suspicions, but she never said anything. So I did not. And then also he seemed like he was kind of verbally abusive.
Yeah.
So I do not blame her for leaving him.
He was a big time manipulator.
Yeah, I mean, I do not blame her for leaving him.
Yeah.
But do I think that you should still be letting this man buy your house? No. I mean,
No.
actually, you have been plotting and planning on leaving this man for years.
And I'm sure
you should have had
money.
some coins.
You got some coins, so girl, go
You
get
should have
your
gone get yourself an
house.
apartment or something. You only got 2 kids. Maybe
I
you get a
know.
3-bedroom apartment, which I mean, it would be nice to have. Maybe you can get a nice farmhouse, 1 level. You don't have to have some fancy thing just because you're on this housewife show. You're not a housewife. I mean, none of you are housewives. I mean, let's just be honest. I would really like a show where we are seeing women living soft lives. And I would like to see black women on that show as well.
Yeah.
Living soft lives, have men who are taking care of
Well,
them.
they have
I don't care if
families.
it's an interracial relationship or if it's a black relationship. I
Right.
actually do not care.
Yeah.
Let us see women living soft lives. How do you live that life? How are you doing all that? How are you in your defined feminine womanhood?
Yes.
That's what I want to see. Not
That
these
would be
women who are
nice.
out here working and slaving away while the man is probably home or retired.
Yeah.
Like all these women with these old men, and then Mia talking about how this man, he ain't got no money. The way with the degenerates.
Maybe he used to have money and he lost all his money. But
Well,
she made it known, I am the owner and the regional director.
well, I just don't think she has respect for that man, quite honestly. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on there, but I think
The way she said, I like to watch as though she's his pimp. Zero respect. Zero. I mean,
I was like, hold on, wait, pimp all that. I had to calculate. I was like, hold on, wait. Like she's pimping us. Oh my god. Yeah, that was
Let us
odd.
know what you think. Tell you don't think that woman out there people her bad out.
Because you don't want to have sex with him. You look at the man, you know he ain't flipping it. He's not doing no moves in the bed.
Probably she having that whole comedy show over there trying to see
Sure, she's drunk as hell in the corner laughing at him. Probably
as he
chuckling.
tries to get into position.
Or as he tries to get to top. He probably has to probably take a shot of Hennessy and then his Viagra just
He
went to
said
work.
something like, baby, you use the Viagra. Okay, hold on, I'm come out, pass it through you to the skin. Oh, yeah. It's not funny, but damn.
I mean, because listen. Also, I feel like women who really are having phenomenal sex lives with their husband, they're not sharing their man.
No,
they're not. I'm going to give my man away to somebody else to go enjoy what I get to have.
That's ridiculous.
Child, please.
All of that is rubbish.
It's actually degeneracy. It's the stupidest thing.
All that thing of thruples, all the thing of threesomes. It's people who have never truly had the way sex was introduced to them. There was always some kind of power play.
Yeah.
There was always some kind of insidious stuff mixed in there. And so just for them to get a high or a rise or have some kind of power, create some kind of power dynamics, they have to go this way. But, and it's a shame. But yeah, I certainly don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
Day in and day out. Like, I don't even have the 2 brain cells that's required to watch the show. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be honest. Seriously, if this is all y'all are going to talk about, and if Mia is the one that's making this show...
Oh, yeah. We are going to be checked out so fast.
I will be checked out as fast as I was when Keeping Up the Kardashians was showing.
We gave that, 2 episode reviews, and it was over. It was over. We reviewed 2 episodes, and we did not even bother.
Let's see how the next episode go. But we try to give it, because I remember Bachelor in Paradise.
Yes, Tanika told us.
She really wanted to watch it. I remember
you're like, I'm too old to watch this and everything.
But it was actually a lot of fun.
It was awesome.
So we're going to give it another try.
We have to watch. Yeah, so we'll see. But it's Mary
and Amma.
We invite y'all to like,
subscribe,
share.
Oh wait, did we talk about Candace?
I'm shocked that Candace is friends with Robin. Candace, what you doing with Robin? Well, what you doing with Candace? Candace is not a good person.
I mean, but
anyway, Candace, I don't know. I have not seen her since she cussed out Monique. So you guys have to give me some grace. I have not watched the show since then. Yes. I don't know if she has evolved as a person or not.
She doesn't seem as though she has, because she was still cursing in one of the things.
Exactly, and she was crying. Like, the thing that she will cuss people out, and then when somebody retaliates, she starts crying like some little Karen or like a victim. Yeah. The whole thing is annoying. If you want to talk shit and you want to pop your collar, do not be shocked when I pop you in the mouth. Oh. How about that? Well, that's my thing. But she's very vile.
We do not condone violence on this show. And not because someone is doing all this, that means you take it physical, because that is against the law.
I love your little warnings. But no, I'm not a violent person. If somebody
video that she did with Trina.
Hold on, let me just clear it up.
Okay, go ahead, Mary. Clear it up.
But no, what I'm saying is that's my thing with Candace.
Right.
These women are used to fighting.
Right.
Me personally, if somebody, listen, I've had people say things about me.
Right.
But also, I'm a nice person, so people really don't say horrible things. I mean, I've had a couple of friends who have said mean things to me. I don't go and pop anybody in the mouth. What I do is
probably your one punch would knock people out.
Exactly. So, and also, I've only been in 2 fights my whole life.
Right.
But I know
we're not fighters.
We're not fighters. And also, my thing is, if somebody's saying something or they're really going off at the mouth, I'm not a fighter. I am a lover. I'm actually going to walk away. And and all you know is that you'll be blocked from my phone. You'll never see me again. You'll never even get to sniff my rear end.
No frenemies
here. No, I'm not dealing with somebody like that. I don't deal with that energy in my life. No. So no, do I condone violence? I do not.
Right.
But these are women who are all used to brawling. So my thing is, Candace, when you're there popping off at the mouth, just know there's a possibility you'll be popped in your mouth. That's all I'm saying. But I don't condone violence, and I don't fight nobody either, because I have self-control. Thank you. Now back to this low-budget, great value film that Candace is doing with Trina. Trina is washed up. Sorry to anybody who's a Trina fan. I have never known this lady a day in my life.
Well, I know her. No voting and no bucking. Was Teen Santana.
Yes, and then she was also in Love and Hip Hop.
Cray ad that they had, Hot Mess.
My thing is, Trina was around during Little Kim's time. I know at least.
Really? Okay.
That's what I think. So my thing is, Trina, listen, Little Kim, I don't really know Little Kim. I don't really like her. But I know 4 of her songs. Okay. I at least know that.
Okay.
And Trina was in that same time. The fact that I don't know nothing about you and I love rap says enough, as far as I'm concerned.
Got you.
you're here doing this. I feel like Trina is trying to get on some way.
Yeah, because she was in that ad. And
I mean, you're doing no voting, no effing. You ain't got to tell me your career is in the gutter. Just look at that video, and I know it is. The fact that you're there talking about you're there with some guy talking about no voting, no effing, as if people will not vote unless they are
sex.
Exactly. Like what like why would you even put your name on that? Nicki Minaj would never.
You would not have sex until you vote. I guess that's what they were trying to say.
I know, like that was just degenerate. So when I look at that and I see her with Candace, it's not a badge of honor, Candace.
Yeah.
As much as you're trying to make it seem.
I know.
But I mean, hey, do you boo?
I did not know that Trina was the mother of hip hop. I mean, she said something like she's the queen of hip hop. I did not know that.
I think you meant Nicki Minaj, and I feel like Nicki because the thing is, even I feel like she kind of.
I think Nicki came out of that. I think there was someone before Nicki, right?
I mean, I feel like the other queen of it would probably be Lauryn Hill.
Maybe Queen Latifah, Lauryn Hill, right?
I feel like Lauryn Hill for sure, but I feel like of just generation and maybe even some generations back, I would say Nicki, because the thing is, Nicki is multi-talented.
Right.
She's an actress, she's a singer, which I feel like she's almost better than Beyonce singing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Those are very nice.
She's like at Beyonce's level. I'll give her that at least. You know what I'm saying? She's a crazy rapper. The different voices and all that stuff. Like she's just phenomenal. She is a legend. She's an icon. Like she is phenomenal.
Yeah.
Trina, I would say is like D-list.
She's even a better rapper than a lot of the male rappers. Like
all the male rappers sound the same.
She has transcended. I think she's one of those transcendent.
The male rappers can't even touch. They can't even sniff her feet. What are you talking? Like, can't nobody touch Nicki.
And that's why there's the conspiracy not to give her any Grammys.
Exactly.
I think it's a huge conspiracy with the men who are feeling intimidated.
Listen, the fact that Glorilla is nominated for a Grammy for N-word free just tells me all I need to know about the Grammys. Degeneracy. Great value. Ain't shit. I do not take the Grammys for nothing.
No.
At all. Yeah, you can't take the Grammys seriously.
No,
you let some girl from the hood, like who's talking about N-word free, who was twerking with a pregnant belly, and then you're holding a baby.
I don't even know if she's from the hood, because a lot of these.
I don't know where she's from, but the thing is, it was ratchet.
Hood, but they're not even from there.
I know, but the thing is, the video.
What they think the hood is. Listen, I lived in the hood. And it's not like that, actually. People are going to work, coming home. They're not out there in the streets and doing all this kind of stuff. Like, I really hate when people go and they say, oh, yeah, this is what happens in the hood. Like, I just wonder,
not that it's
were you
anything bad,
there?
even if she is from it. That's not my point. But my thing is, the video was degenerate.
It was
because you had a woman
very
who was almost 9 months pregnant, twerking. You were holding a child while you were also drinking Hennessy. All of that is degeneracy. And you're talking about how you are N-word free and all this stuff. I don't even know if she's biracial or not. I am hoping she's not, because they're saying the N-word. Even though I don't even think black people should be even saying it. Yeah. So all of that was degenerate. So when you see that, I know the Grammys ain't really about nothing. Right. And the fact that they gave Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion, which I love I love her. But you guys gave them Grammys before Nicki. Please. Like, just don't even make me laugh. Let me not roll off this balcony laughing. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I'm going off on the tangent.
Go back on to Trina. But so anyhow, Candace, what we're trying to say is that we wish you well in your new career, thing that you're trying to do. And, that's about it.
Thank you.
It is.
Mary
and Alma
with the shade and the degeneracy, and we invite y'all to
subscribe,
share,
and comment.